Fourth grade into math lesson 2.3. Use addition and subtraction to solve comparison problems. I can draw a bar model for a comparison problem. I can write an equation and use addition or subtraction to find the unknown number in the bar model. Spark your learning. Mr. Jones set up a savings account to save for a new car. How much more money does he have to save to cover the cost of the car? Okay, so basically we can use bar models. So what's the total cost of the car? We're going to have to use our picture, right? What's the total cost? So what we're going to do first is we're going to draw a big bar, and that does the total. So in that, we're going to write our $18,469. Then, how much has he already saved for the new car? $3,553. And then we're looking for this missing piece. So we need to figure out how much he still needs to get the money he needs for the car, right? So what are we going to do to find how much he still needs? Are we going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Subtract. So over here to the side, I'm going to take 18,469 minus 3,553. And I'm going to keep all my place values in line. So what is 9 minus 3? 6. 6 minus 5 is 1. Can I take 5 from 4? No. So this becomes a 14 and this becomes a 7. So 14 minus 5 is 9. 7 minus 3 is 4. And bring down my 1. So Mr. Jones still has to collect how much money? Okay. Build understanding number 1. A large shopping mall has 10,972 employees for most of the year. During the busy season, the mall has 2,135 more employees. How many employees does the mall have during the busy season? So they want us to draw a visual representation, and then they also want us to write an equation and solve for it. Now, what we need to ask ourselves before we draw our representation is, do we know what the total is, or are we looking to find the total? We're looking to find the total this time, okay? So we're going to draw our big bar, and do we know what goes in that big bar yet? No, because that's what we're looking for. So this is in, correct? Then we know that during most of the year, they have how many employees? Do we circle our information? No, so we need to do that, right? Okay, good job. All right, so how many, most of the year do they have? 10,972. And then during their busy season, how many do they have? Okay, so 2,135. So what would our equation look like? Equals what? N, right? Okay. Now I have that written horizontally, but can I work that problem horizontally? No. No, I need to write it vertically. So I'm going to do 10,972 plus 2,135. And I have to keep all of my place values what? In line, right? So 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 3 is, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is, 1 plus 3 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, and then bring down the 1. So 13,107. There are 13,107 employees during the busy season. Now, if they do not have that for us to fill in, would we have to put our own label? Yes. Okay. Stepping out, number 2. On Saturday and Sunday, there were a total of 16,096 mall employees working. On Saturday, there were 8,946 mall employees working. How many fewer mall employees were working on Sunday than on Saturday? So we need to pull out our information. So we need to pull out 16,096, 8,946, and then we're looking for how many fewer mall employees were working on Sunday than on Saturday. So they want us to write an equation modeling the number of mall employees, and they want us to label that as S, working Sunday. Find S. So we need to decide, are we going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Subtract, right? So what am I going to do first? I would do 16,096, and then you told me subtract 8,946, which equals what? S, because they want S to stand for Sunday. Now they want us to write an equation modeling the difference with W in the number of mall employees working Sunday and the number working Saturday. Then find W. So we need to figure out what letter A is first. So over here to the side, I'm going to take 16,096 minus 8,946. So what is 6 minus 6? 0. 9 minus 4 is 5. Can I take 9 from 0? Nope, so this becomes a 6. This becomes a 10. This becomes a 5. Can I take 8 from 5? Nope, so this becomes a 15 and this becomes a 0. So 10 minus 9 is 1. 15 minus 8 is 7. So 7,150 employees. So they want us to use that number in our equation for letter B. So how many employees did they have working on Saturday? 7,150. Oh, no. That was Sunday. So how many did they have working on Saturday? 8,946 minus how many for Sunday? The 7,150, which equals W. So now we need to do what? Now we need to work this one out, right? So we would need to do 8,946 minus 7,150. So what is 6 minus 0? 6. Can I take 5 from 4? No. So this is 14 and this is 8. 14 minus 5 is 9. 8 minus 1 is 7 and 1. So it'd be 1,796 employees. Okay, so how can you tell if your answer is reasonable? So if we would have estimated those, so what is 16,000? Would it be closer to 10,000 or 20,000? 20,000 because the 6 is 5 or higher. So we would have had 20,000 minus is 8,946 closer to 8,000 or 9,000? 9,000. which would equal what? What's 20 minus 9? 11,000. And then we would have had to take that 11,000 minus 7,150. What's that close to? 7,000, which would have got us 4,000. So is 4,000 close to 1,796? So it's quite a bit off, right? So I have been telling you all along, you use the highest place value, right? Okay. What would have maybe worked a little bit better? Instead of doing 20,000, what could we have maybe done? 16,000, right? Okay. And would that have helped us get maybe a little bit closer? Yeah, but that's okay, because when you get up into thousands, it's going to be hard to get super close. Okay, so that's all right. We got the right answers. Check understanding number 1. A park had 4,307 visitors on Thursday and 1,614 more visitors on Friday than on Thursday. How many visitors did the park have on Friday? So we need to pull out our information. 4,307 visitors, 1,614 more visitors, and then how many visitors did the park have on Friday? So, are we going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? We're going to add because what word tells us we're adding? More. Okay. And sometimes more than also tells us we need to subtract. It's just we have to read and use the other context clues to decide which one. Okay. So over here to the side, I'm going to write 4,307 plus 1,614. 7 plus 4 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 plus 6 is 4 plus 1 is. So my answer would be 5,921. And what's my label? Visitors. Number 2, a theater sold 2,149 tickets on opening weekend. By the end of the second weekend, they had sold a total of 5,036 weekend tickets. How many fewer tickets were sold on opening weekend than on the second weekend? So I need to pull out my information. 2,149 tickets, 5,036, and then underline how many fewer tickets were sold on opening weekend. Now, am I going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Subtract. What word tells us that we're going to subtract? So the fewer part, correct? Yes. So I'm going to put fewer in a box because that tells me that I'm going to subtract. So over here to the side, I'm going to write out 5,036 minus 2,149 and get all of my stuff lined up with place values. Can I take 9 from 6? No. So this becomes a 16. The 3 becomes a 2. Can I take 4 from 2? No. Nope. So this becomes a 12. The 0 becomes a 9. So I had to go next door and take 10 more. And the 5 becomes a 4. So like I told you before, you can go ahead and get it all set up so you can just work across, or you can go one at a time. Okay, I prefer to get it all set up so I can just go ahead and get my answer. All right, 16 minus 9 is 7. 12 minus 4 is 8. 9 minus 1 is 8. 4 minus 2 is 2. So my answer is, hold on one second. Okay, so what we found was how many tickets they sold